Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I do hope that you enjoy this video I have for you today. I've decided to go a different route but still stick to the videos I've done before, and my new route will be student-based, teenagers and young adults, purely because there are so few resources online from reputable sources to help students with mental health. And yeah, I decided to leap in and give you some positive tips to help you. So yeah, this one's for students. And if there are some parents joining us, welcome, because I know you're here because you want the best for your children. So let's get on with it. So this episode will be all about exam stress, and in my next few videos I'll do short videos giving you a little bit of information on exam stress, preparing for your exams, and what you can do. Now, if you've just finished with assessments, you can still be feeling stressed, waiting for results, and it is so important not to put pressure on yourself, but to simply focus on your next goal. So with these tips, I hope that you are able to balance your days out better, refocus, and move on to the next issue, the next goal, your next assessment, and help you get through it with a positive effect on your mental health. I'd like to start out by saying to you that a moderate amount of stress is normal. So if you're feeling anxious about your last assessments or your upcoming exams or assignments that you have to do, it's okay. It's completely normal. However, if that amount of stress is plaguing you so much that you are unable to study or unable to cope on a daily basis, that is when it's important to get some help. Now, from the very beginning, I hope that you've been sharing your stress, your anxiety with your friends. I know sometimes it's very difficult to share with your parents, and that's also okay. The key is that you're sharing and that you're not bottling it up. So if you have an assessment coming up and you're really stressing out about it, speak to someone, speak to your friends. That is your first support base. And when a friend comes to you for support, what is the most important thing? It's just to listen. You don't have to have the answers to their problems, not at all. Just listening is so important. Just being able to be there and just be a form of comfort is what you really need to be. If you perhaps have an assignment that's really tough too, you can say, you know what, I'm also struggling a bit. And you can be there to support one another. Never take that away from yourself or from your friends. Just listen, be there to support, and say, you know what? I get it. We're all in this together. Now, along with stress and anxiety comes unrealistic thoughts. And these unrealistic thoughts say, if I don't pass the exams, I'm not going to get a good enough job. I'm not going to be able to succeed. I'm not going to make my parents proud. And, it just gets too much. What I'd like you to do in a situation like that is actually write down what you're saying to yourself and then assess it. Maybe you and a friend want to do this together. Write down and assess it and say, I studied for my exam. I worked really, really hard to pass. I did my best. And you know what? Your best is always good enough. It doesn't matter if you passed or failed. If you tried your best, it is good enough. And if you fail, that is absolutely no idea or description of the person who you are. You can, if you do fail, get up and try again. There is always an opportunity to try again. There's always a way to follow your passions. So don't just think that you can give up. Look at those assessments and say, okay, I did wrong here. This is where I could work more on. I did okay here. So let's just lightly go over that and not procrastinate too much, overthink it and flunk out there. So make your time already as you're getting your papers back to say, okay, these are the areas I need to work more on. These are the areas I need to work less on, and not procrastinate, because I'm doing the work and I'm doing my best. If anxiety is really plaguing you and you are struggling to get through your day, and these negative thoughts just won't go away at all, go and speak to your school counsellor. Speak to a friend. Maybe they're already seeing a counsellor that they feel positive about. Speak to your parents. I know that sometimes you really don't feel like speaking to them because you feel like they'll judge you. But believe me, as a parent myself, I already know what's been going on through the year. So if you come to me and, for instance, if my kids came to me and say, look, I'm really struggling, I'd say, look, I know what's been going on and it's okay, and I can see you've been trying your best. All your parents want for you is the best for you. They want you to be happy. So don't be afraid of speaking to them. That is the biggest tip. And yeah, don't be afraid of a counselor. They don't bite, for one, and they are not going to screw with your mind. They are going to allow you to speak in a place where you can feel safe, and you can speak about everything. You can speak about your friends, your parents, your assessments, your teachers, it doesn't matter. You can speak about what's bothering you, and it's completely private and you're completely safe, and that counselor can give you some advice to help you move forward so you can get through the difficulties that you are facing. And that is so important. Don't let yourself suffer. Don't sit there and procrastinate and worry and let that anxiety take over, and maybe it affects your next assessment. If you're feeling you need help, get help. It's so important. And phone SADAG, for instance, especially if you are 18 or older, and speak to a counselor. They can possibly direct you to a counselor or help you wherever you need more assistance. Got it? Now for 3 little tips to help you with coping with stress. Very simple tips. And I'd like to keep this one very simple, short, sweet, so that you can start to focus on these things, and in the next video we can focus on a little bit more. So, the first one, when we are young and students and speaking to others, etc., peer pressure plays a big role. And also there are coping methods that don't actually work. For instance, like smoking or alcohol. Perhaps you find drugs that help you calm down for a limited period of time. It's so important to steer clear from that. If you need to have something to reduce your anxiety, pop over to the pharmacist. Explain to the pharmacist what is happening, and they can offer you a natural way to help you with reducing anxiety. For instance, if you start with the vitamin B, or mostly the B vitamins, that can actually help with anxiety. Omegas are good too. Your GP can also prescribe a tablet for you, perhaps to help with sleep, or give you a way to help with concentration. What I'm trying to say here is the quick fixes or the short-term fixes, they don't really work in the long run. Look for a long-term solution. For instance, like my doctor, she'll give you something natural to see if that helps you. And then she'll give you something maybe a bit stronger to see how that helps you. The reason why is because mental health is not like an exact science. We can't really tell what's going on with our hormones on a daily basis. And as young adults, that becomes even more difficult. So you have to try something to see if it works. And then if that doesn't work, speak to your doctor and get something that does help you. What's important to note here with going to a doctor or a pharmacist or whatever, medications take time to work in your body. So give it time. Don't procrastinate and turn around and say, no, this isn't working within a day or two. Give it a week, give it 2 weeks. Listen to what the person who prescribed it to you said as to how long it's going to take to work and help you. And then go back to them and give them feedback so they can give you the right thing to actually help you with stress. Your counselor can help you here too, to give you feedback to your doctor so your doctor can have the right information to prescribe something for you to help with your situation. And remember that everybody's situation is different. So your friend may be on one kind of medication and you may need something different. So sharing medication is also not a good idea. Being on the right thing for you is what's important. This one, I guess, is more for the girls, but guys too. Make sure that you at least have one proper meal a day. Having a balanced meal. Get your veggies in, get your fruits in, balance it out. If you are going to have one meal, make sure that, say for instance, at breakfast time, for me, for instance, I cannot eat too early in the morning. So yes, I get it. Totally get the whole breakfast thing. Have like an apple or something. That's nutritious and it's a good snack. Get yourself maybe some nuts and raisins to snack on. Don't go for the unhealthy snacks. Look for a healthy snack that you enjoy. And the most thing is enjoyment, because if you're going to be eating something, that is part of your self-care. And you really need to just have that time and enjoy your food and not be focusing on other things and enjoying the flavors. So if you're going to have one balanced meal a day, try and speak to your parents and say, I really feel like this today. And you know what? That actually helps your parents with dinner, because by the time it comes to dinner, they think, oh my gosh, what am I cooking tonight? And then they sit and they look at the grocery shop and think, And if you give a little incentive, they can say, oh, okay. It's helpful. Say what you enjoy your meals, and have a good balanced meal. Tell your parents what your best veggies are. They might fall over from a fright that you enjoy the things, or who knows, you'll get what you like. And the last tip of the 3 is exercise. Now, I'm not talking hectic gymming here. I am maybe talking a 10-minute walk outside. Going outside and just looking at what's around you, maybe going to the park, just enjoying the trees, the fresh air, giving your eyes time to rest by looking in the distance, listening to the birds. Who knows? I mean, what do you like? If you like to run and get your adrenaline up, all good for you. Go and have that morning run. That is really good for your mental health, and you should never ever stop your exercise or your self-care during times that you are feeling stressed. You should never stop your self-care, even if you're not stressed. Always be taking care of yourself first, and give yourself a break. Keep connected with your friends. It's so important. I can't stress that enough. We have so many ways to keep connected these days, and it doesn't have to be public. You don't have to put it on social media. WhatsApp. Use those DMs. Speak about it. And if you Want to be a great influencer? Speak about what helped you and what made you feel better on TikTok, on YouTube, or on your other socials. Because those little tips, your friends will look at them and say, that could help me too. So sharing what you enjoyed and what helped you will help others. And that's a tick for you. That's a naughty badge for you. So let that sizzle. I really hope that these tips help you, and I do hope you will join me on my next video. So please do subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications, and yeah, comment below with what you're struggling with. I can always do a video about it. I'll answer you. Yeah, and please do share this with your friends, because who knows if this information may help them too. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this new little twist to my channel and taking a different direction to mental health for our young community who really need our support right now because of all the changes that we've all been going through. And parents, remember to support your kids and just speak to them. And even if they're not interested in speaking to you, let them know that you're available, because letting them know that you're available is so important. And if they need you, they know that they can come to you. I hope you have a super day forward further, and see you next time.